Bad news, everyone. Today's Toolbox Talk is about manual handling.
No! God, please, no! No!
But we do have to talk about it because even though there's a lot of information that might sound obvious, incorrect manual handling is one of the leading causes of injuries in the workplace. So let's quickly go over everything you need to know to keep yourself and your colleagues injury-free. Manual handling is defined as any activity involving transporting or supporting a load by hand or bodily force, whether it's lifting, putting it down, pushing, pulling, carrying or moving objects. The consequences of incorrect manual handling can be serious. Injuries range from pulled muscles to slip discs to hernias, but it's not just injuries from overflexing those mighty muscles that you have to think about when it comes to manual handling. Cuts and burns from carrying sharp or hot objects and impact injuries from dropping loads on your toes can also be an incredibly painful side effect of poor manual handling practices. Needless to say, these injuries can be nasty, take a long time to heal, and sometimes even lead to long-term absence or permanent disability. To avoid these consequences, here are some key points to remember. Number one, planning is essential. Managers and supervisors should organise the work to minimise lifting and, where possible, eliminate manual handling entirely by installing things like conveyors and providing plants such as forklift trucks. Where eliminating manual handling is not possible or practical, provide mechanical aids such as pallet trucks or trolleys and build their use into your safe systems of work or ramps. For operatives, planning is also essential. Make sure you plan how you're going to get the object from A to B and make it as easy as possible for yourself. Take the shortest route, clear any obstacles, etc. before starting the manual handling activity. Number two, know your limits. We're all built differently and some people can lift more than others. It's not just about sheer strength either. Some people have underlying health conditions such as asthma and heart conditions which could be worsened by intensive work. Remember, it's not a competition, so never attempt to lift a weight beyond your physical ability. A good rule of thumb is not to lift anything over 25 kilograms. If it's too heavy, ask for help.
I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you!
Number three, lighten the load. Before you start the task, consider ways you can lighten the load you are planning to lift by breaking it down into smaller, lighter, more manageable bits. Obviously, this is not always possible or practical, but if you can, you may as well make it easier for yourself. 4, hands off. Similarly, if a load is hot, sharp or covered in something nasty like acid, consider putting it in a suitable receptacle such as a bucket, so you're not directly exposed to the hazard. This is also a good idea if you're moving anything that's likely to move in transit, as you'll be less likely to drop the load and less likely to do a jolting motion as you're trying to catch it. Probably the most important aspect of manual handling is lifting technique. Let's talk about some techniques that can help you avoid injury. First off, always lift with those big old muscles in your legs, rather than those comparatively feeble muscles in your arms and back. Always keep the load as close to you as possible. The closer the load is, the easier it will be to lift, carry and put down. Keep a natural position in your spine. A lot of people think your back should be as straight as possible when you're lifting, which is not the case. Keep it natural and avoid fast, jerky, twisting motions when lifting. Keep it smooth. That was not smooth. Grip with the palms of your hands, not just your fingertips. And don't change your grip while you're carrying the load. And on the subject of hands, don't forget your gloves. These are essential for preventing those nasty cuts, bruises and burns. If the load is too heavy, get some help. It's easier for 2 people to lift something than 1. Beyond lifting techniques, we should also pay attention to repetitive tasks. Even if the loads are light, doing the same task for extended periods of time can lead to things like repetitive strain injury. The best way to avoid this is to introduce job rotation systems. Remember, the main aim is to stay safe and injury-free. One wrong move and it could have lasting consequences for tomorrow and potentially the rest of your life. So, let's take care of ourselves and each other whenever manual handling is involved. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay safe.